Alright guys, I have a product here I want to talk about, and the reason being is you don't really ever see people using these things, and they're really great. So what is this thing? It's called a Chute, where I bought it from, C-H-U-T-E, or I've heard them called Buffs before too, B-U-F-F. And it's basically a hollow tube. You can get these in merino wool, which I have. I'd really suggest getting in merino wool. This one's an Icebreaker brand. You can get these in fleece too. You can get them in different materials. But no matter what material you get, these can be really, really useful. Now I fish a lot, and I'll be outside standing sometimes for a long time. And every once in a while you get cold, of course. So this is something that packs real small. I can keep it in my cargo pocket, and if I get cold, I can throw it on at any point. Now what can you do with this thing? Let's go ahead and just show a few examples of what it can do and why you might want this. So, first thing is, lots of people wear scarves, and scarves are fine. Some guys wear them, lots of girls wear them. They're fine, they keep your neck warm. I don't have as much of a problem with it because I have longer hair, but if I'm standing out and it's windy and I'm fishing or something, I'll get cold. So, this works as a scarf, and all you have to do is put it on and just kind of let it sit there, and you have a scarf. There's nothing flopping around, you don't have the extra ties that you gotta put somewhere. I can fish and there's nothing in the way. And then if it gets a little extra cold, you can do more things with this. You can bring it up above your ears, and I can decide if I want to put my hair under it or over it. But you can bring it up to right to your ears here like this, and you've covered the bottom of your face. If you really want to, you can tuck it really quickly into your shirt, and that'll make so there's a wind block and wind's not going straight down into your shirt. Then if you have a hat, some type of beanie or something, throw that on top, and now if I'm fishing, I'm fully covered. I have my full head covered. I can wear whatever hat I want. This is, again, I think this is minus 33, but it's a merino wool hat. And if I'm out fishing, now I'm going to be super warm. If I get too hot from breathing in here, I can just pull it down and leave it a little bit lower, even put it down under my chin. If I get cold, just put it back up. So really useful. It basically, with a hat, it turns it into like a balaclava, and really can keep you warm. It keeps the wind out, keeps you warm in the cold. Another couple things you can do with this are, it can be a simple lightweight hat with one layer. If you want to, if it's like fall or spring, if it's not too cold, something like a little thin hat like I have here would do the same thing, just a thin hat. But if it's not that cold and you have one of these always on you that's multi-purpose, it can just be a hat. Just put it on your head and throw the back. It might not look as normal as a regular hat because you got this thing hanging off, but who cares? It's keeping you warm. If it gets colder, you can double it up. So just put your hands in here and just kind of spin the middle a little bit, and then put one side over the other side here. And now we just doubled it up. So now it's 2 layers, and you can adjust it, get it as perfect as you want. Because I think I got like a little bump going on up here. But it's a double layer, kind of like beanie hat now. It's, and it's just one piece that does all these things. There's other things I'm sure you can do. Never actually tried this one, but you can just kind of, oops, I want this to double up. Yeah, you can just double up without spinning, and now it's just half the length. And you can use this again just as a hat, and it'll kind of pull back and cover your whole head. Or if you get cold, then I don't think I have the right layers here. I think I'm messing that up a little bit. But what I was trying to do is have a hat that went over the back of my head still. Let me see if I can do this another way. Yeah. So now I'm sure I look kind of funny, but now actually I have a hat. If I get my hair out of the way, I got long hair that gets in the way too. If it's really cold and I I can do something like this. And again, I might look funny, but if I'm out fishing, I don't care. And this covers my whole head, gives me plenty of room to see out of. I can fold this back a little bit if I want to see better, and it's still covering my head and ears. I can, you know, put it wherever I want it, and it'll cover my whole head however I want. I'm sure there's many other things you can do with this, but those are the main ones, easy ones that you can do. It's gonna be a great hat, great scarf, make like a balaclava. You can do all types of things. They're not too expensive, of course. The merino wool ones might be a little more than, you know, the fleece ones or whatever, but any one will work, and very easy to carry. I mean, I use hats, of course. I have, actually, I was looking through some of my hats and gloves. That's why I'm making this video, but I have a lot of hats here. So I was looking at my hats and I'm like, wow, I have way too many hats, and I barely use any of them. I use like one or two of these hats, and then I'll use this sometimes, as you saw, with a hat on top for the extra warmth. But really, one or two of these and you can have a hat, scarf, balaclava, everything. If you had two of these, it would do everything a hat does and more. You really only need one. Just use a hat if you want to have the extra hat there. So again, these are called chutes or buffs. This one's from Icebreaker, and you can just go to icebreaker.com and look up Chute, C-H-U-T-E, and you'll find it. Or just search around online, and I'm sure there's many other brands and pricings and so on and so on. But if you've never had one of these, I just suggest looking into them, because they are very versatile, do a ton of stuff for you, and, you know, not many people use them, and you just never really see them. And since they're awesome, wanted to share that with you guys. So, have any questions about these or other merino clothing, let me know. Be sure to check out, if you haven't, if you're new to my channel, I've done merino wool videos in the past. Almost everything I wear is merino wool. These shirts, both merino, my pants aren't, but I have long underwear that are merino, my socks are merino wool, my underwear is merino wool, everything I have basically is merino wool. So if you're new to merino wool and new to my topic on this, check out my merino wool playlist. You'll get some other awesome ideas. And it's cold out there, it's winter, so you guys might want to look into some of this stuff. Merino is also good for summer. I have a video on that too. But again, any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see y'all later.